To our beautiful and amazing royals of Africa, Mbolo, Anima people, this is your queen, Queen Ngningone II. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our beautiful and amazing royals of Africa. So before I start, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm your host, Queen Ngningone II. If you like my vibe, stick around. I guarantee you will learn something. Now to my returning amazing, beautiful royals of Africa, welcome back. Thank you for all your likes and share. So I'm taking the time this morning to address our beautiful and amazing Afro chosen ones, okay? This message is for the Afro chosen ones. Okay, so who are the Afro chosen ones? You probably have seen around on the internet, chosen ones this, chosen ones that. Yes, there are many chosen ones. Every community out there has their chosen ones, okay? I cannot speak of the other community chosen ones. Today, I will speak of our chosen ones, the Afro chosen ones, okay? So, who are the Afro chosen ones? Let me just go straight to the point. The people in our community, those of our children who didn't lose track of who they are, or who know for sure they come from Africa. Those, the ancestors were brought through the so-called transatlantic slave trade, right? Those. Okay. Who are the chosen ones of them? You know, the chosen ones of them are the descendants of the fallen kings, the children of the fallen kings. They would be our chosen ones. Okay, let me explain. You have to, if you're just watching me for the first time, it would be good if you go to our page, NUBIA, The Path to Return, and watch previous videos when I explain who we are and where we came from, who's the God of our ancestors, and so on and so on. So, as I previously explained in a previous video, I said that when we move from the area called Palestine, this is the history of the Bantu Israelites, okay? When we left the area that is called today Palestine, back then our elders tell us that it was called Philistine, okay? We entered Egypt, and that was the entrance into the promised land. And once we got there, Tata Nzambe, the God of our ancestors, established us. He blessed us with crowns. So from the 12 sons of Jacob, we the Bantu people call Yakuba. That's his original name. Jacob is his translated name, okay? When the 12 sons of Yakuba, you know, were established in the promised land as kings, so Tata Nzambe made them kings. All right, this is where we got the covenants, the crowns. A crown is a covenant. It means that there's a covenant between the Most High God, creator of the universe, the God of our ancestors, Tata Nzambe, and a group of people, okay? So now, the royal, the kings and their families, they have covenants. They are chosen from that point by God, because in our system, a human being doesn't pick out the king. It's God and the ancestors who choose who's going to be our next king. The priest is notified, the king himself is notified, and one of the siblings of the king will be notified. This is our system. That's why the right to the throne is not by your birth position like the European system. Them, if you born the first, you have to be king, even if you're a complete idiot, even if you're a complete hateful person. Our crowns are spiritual. We get them from God. So he selects, based on the criteria of the heart. Okay? Kings are the sacrificial lamb because he's working for God on earth, to guide and provide for the people of God. This is what they tell us. When they crown us, they tell us this is your job. Your job is the people. The people are your bosses. Okay? So these families which have that covenant that Tata Nzambe chose, their descendants are our today chosen ones. Okay? So how do you know if you're a chosen one? You come from a royal family. It means your ancestor, your dad, when they came and picked you guys up, your dad was a king. The crown is in your family. You are a chosen because your family was chosen for a mission. And the mission didn't just stop because the European came and, destroy our world and reduce us into slavery. No, the mission continued. That's why some of you are just born with a predisposition to hell. Is stronger than them. No matter what they go through in the hands of their loved one, they just love them. God chose us because he knows that biologically and spiritually, we're going to be equipped with what is required to carry out the job. And as you know, the work of kings and priests and priestess and stuff is a labor of love. So the number one characteristic, they have to have tons of love in their heart for their people. So if you are very loving towards your people, no matter our shortcomings, you still love us. No matter what we do to you, you still love us. Yes, my children, your ancestor was a king, okay? So, and it goes the same with the lineage of the priesthood, the priestess, and the high priestess or the high priest, because in our system we need a priest to crown a king. All right, the priest is the connection of God and the group of people, and the priest is the one who pushes the king into action. Okay, so that's how it works. And I know we have many chosen ones of us, the Africans, the surviving children of our kings. I see you guys around. I see the work you put out. I'm able to identify you. And my ancestors even use some of you to communicate, to send messages through me. This is how I know that some of you are genuine. Some of you are the real, authentic Bantu people, okay? So, as you already know, my dear children, I said in one of the previous videos, the royal children are gifted. Many of you have gifts of clairvoyance, clairaudience, you are attracted to anything which is spiritual and so on, because your father back at home or your grandfather was the high priest of the kingdom. So these gifts just didn't get lost because we were captured and enslaved. No, these gifts get carried out generation through generations. Okay, so let me share a little story. After my crowning, they charged me of the mission, to go to the diaspora and tell our children our real story, what really happened to us, to help restore them with their identity and stuff. So I was ordered to go public with my mission, and I was so scared because I'm a very private person by nature. So until one day, I tune on YouTube, I turn on my TV, and I see this child of ours, tarot reader, one of our daughters. I watched her videos before. So she popped on the screen and she was, I think the title spoke to me. It was something like an urgent message for a chosen one or something. That child of ours is our mystically beautiful daughter, mystic beauty. Yes, her. She called me to action. She came out, she said that you are a person, you come from royalty. You have a staff, and the staff bearer carry a mission. So you have a mission that's gonna help many people. You're gonna teach things that are gonna help many people. The people are ready. That little girl, she kicked me on the butt. I just rose from my bed. I started staring at her. I'm like, wow, she's the priest in the diaspora. If my royal people go through her, all right, to kick me off my butt, it's because she's of equal rank from where we come from, my children. That's what it means. She was like, you can't cow it out now. You need to come out. Pretty much that was the summary of her message. And she shared her story. She said that her ancestors gave her the permission to share her dream because they knew I just don't get messages like that from, I need my confirmation. And this kid provided her confirmation. She shared in the same video, she shared the story of her getting crowned in the spirit, how it was in an open place, and there were people of different culture, they were in their traditional gears. You know, they were calling people until came the turn of her ancestor. And then she said they were Africans. They were geared up like the people on the continent. And then they threw her a staff, and then she caught it. And they told her what the staff is for. They gave her her mission. She's the high priestess of the voodoo spirituality. And that was my confirmation. Because this is how our people speak. When you're a person of a high rank in the spirit realm, you're like a king or a queen. They send a messenger, but the messenger gonna give you the confirmation you need to hear to know that the message comes from the Most High and his team. So that kid, and when you look at her blood, it's thicker than water, my children. You look at that daughter of ours, you see her mothers, okay? The custodian of the voodoo spirituality are the today no Benin people. They're the Dahomey kingdom. Their women have the most beautiful round faces. When I saw that kid, I was like, wow. I started shaking. I'm like, I have to gather my courage, you know, and just throw myself out, because back then the internet was so toxic. It was so toxic. Yeah, I have cleaned up the street, you know, talking sense to our people. It was too much. The toxicity, we were openly degrading ourselves, talking nonsense for the world to see and hear. And the last thing I wanted was to put my face out there. I didn't want. But when I heard from Mystic Beauty, oh, I had to jump off my seat, rise up, and climb on my throne. I dragged my feet again. Another one of our daughters came with a similar message. That one is Truth Tarot. I know the beautiful one. Our daughters out there, there are many. These are the ones I know the ancestor went straight through. There's two other ones. We have seriously gifted daughters out there, okay? So my dear children, I'm not name dropping for you guys to go and hate on your sisters, no. I'm not name dropping for you guys to find a reason to, you know, be jealous and all that. We need to kill all that. By the way, this message is for the chosen one. A chosen one would never be jealous of another chosen one. Point blank, period. But I'm dropping the names is to let you know who you are. If some of you have doubts about who you are, our Afro chosen, if someone has come to you in a dream and give something to you, that's a crowning in the spirit. You are legit in whatever you're doing. Whatever profession you're doing. You could be a doctor, an MD, and then you dream of a grandmother or grandfather come and give you a recipe for a disease or something. They crown you in the spirit. And you are out there performing that job with the love of our people, taking care of our people. If you're a teacher, and you see a grandfather, grandmother or something come and give you a tool that you normally use in a classroom. No, that was a transfer of power in the spirit. You got crowned in the spirit. These are our chosen ones, okay? Not the fake ones that go out there. Okay, we could be interested in anything, any spirituality. We have that prerogative, we have that right. Okay, we can learn it, but don't go out there and claim that you're a spiritualist when your heart is full of hatred. Don't go out there and claim you are a chosen one, or you even ask people to give you access to their spiritual space, but you're torn with jealousy, you're filled with jealousy. You go and try to manipulate other people's ancestors to work for you. You cannot be of the light. So to our chosen ones, we are the one who love unconditionally. We are the one who use any opportunity next to another one of us to teach them, to build them up, to elevate them, instead of tearing them down like the lost people do out there. Any contact they have with you, they want to stab you, emotionally. They want to say something nasty. They want you to have a bad day. No. We, the chosen ones, when we are around people, my dear children, why do you think we suffer? We suffer. Yes, we are full of gifts. Tatan Zambe and the deserving ancestors, they spoil us with everything we want. But we suffer because we are targeted. We are used. We are the most used people. But people are crazy because when they come around us, by just being in contact with us, we are the beacon of light. So when they're standing next to us, they get better jobs, they get better spouses, they get better boyfriends. Things just seem to run smoother for them, all right? We feed them with our energy. We bless them with our light. We pray for them. We petition for them due to our high rank in the spirit realm. The minute they cry and we turn to the east and do that decree, they get a relief. Once you have built them up, you even have given them a sense of who they are. You even have restored their full identity. You have allowed them in your golden palaces in the 5D. You have given them access to your golden parlor. And when we fill them up with enough of our royal divine energy, they think they can lift up the head and be rude and be just nasty and disgusting. And then they think they can grow tall enough to tower over you. They think they can fit your dress, they can fit your slippers and stand on your stage. Foolish. I know that many of you are probably dropping tears by now because my story is identical to your story, is identical to her story because of what we carry, my children. So we have to be vigilant. Yes, we have to be loving, but we have to know how to protect ourselves, okay? So people think when they burn us, once we have elevated them, we have leveled up the field for them. Yeah, come and hang out with a crown royal like me. Let me give you some of my blessings. When things start going good for them, they think that after they spit on our faces and we remove ourselves from their surrounding, they think they will continue rising. They think they will continue shining. What they don't understand is that when they cross a chosen one, my children, you have them, they come to you and literally confess. They just don't know that they're confessing something to you. They don't know how our guards, our warriors, our mercenaries move when it comes to us. From their own mouth, they come and tell you what they saw in the 5D. They come and tell you what they're doing in the 5D. I'm sure it has happened to many of you. When a so-called friend picks up the phone and tell you, I saw this and that, because they're under spiritual arrest. They have to do that for their own sake or they die. That's why they would come and tell on themselves to the chosen ones. That's why. So if this happened to you, my dear children, know where it comes from, okay? When our ancestors became king, they swore the oath to the Most High God, the God of our ancestors, Tatan Zambe. Tatan Zambe gave him the mission. The king is the one to lay his life so that the people could be spared, if that's what needs to happen. So it's not given to just anybody who just want to be king or queen or high priestess or high priest. No, it's given to people who are born with the heart to do it, with the heart to suffer from the hand of the same people they are sacrificing for, okay? It's a tough job. So it's not given to wimps, to punks, to idiots. So I don't know what they usually think when they come against us, the chosen ones. This is what happens when we remove our royal energy from their surroundings. They get thrown into the darkness we found them in. Yes, because our ancestors go back and clear house, especially if they try to steal something from you. You know what our soldiers do? They go to their spiritual warehouse, retrieve what they stole from you, and clear out whatever else they had there of meaning. That's what happens. So you know, when they come and confess, don't just let it slide anymore. Let me tell you what we do back at home. Because at that point, they're under your control. Your gods have them under spiritual arrest. When they come and confess something like that, you know, ask them which punishment they want. Because we're not about, you know, deleting people. People need to live long while paying for the betrayals, while paying for the backstabbing. Because my dear children, that time has come. For those of you in the art of divination and all that, you know that Saturn is retrograding on July the 13th, right? It starts there. What does it mean for us? Is karma. Good karma. This is when we get our pay. What does it mean? All that period, Saturn gonna be retrograding. They say that it's from July 13, 2022 to January 17, 2023. Yes, it's our pay period, payday for us. Those of us who have been given sacrificially to edify, to build up, to help, to illuminate others, to put them on the right path, to restore them one way or another. This is our payday, my dear children. This is when we get our pay from the Creator, Tatan Zambe the Most High, from the universe, from the God of our ancestor and the God of the universe. This is our payday. So my children, what do we do? Let me tell you what we do back at home. When the payday time comes for the royals, okay? The mission bearers, those with a staff, those with some kind of gifts, those, the power doesn't get puffed from anywhere, okay? You would see people claiming they're chosen one. Nobody crowned them in the spirit. They went and learned it. So what do? They come and leech off of chosen ones spiritually. Learn whatever they want to learn and go and try to be you. They go and try to clone you in the 5D. These are the ones, you know, we need to ask a retribution for. Because when Saturn retrograde, man, this is when we get the popcorn ball. Sit back, kick back, and, you know, play a very good and long movie while eating our popcorn. It's our time to laugh and smile and rejoice and be abundant. Because this is our pay period. When Tatan Zambe, because when people take you for a fool, they use your time. Even the knowledge they get from you, they don't know that once they spit on your face, when they use it, that knowledge becomes a curse in their hands. They don't know how deep we run. Let them continue playing with you, but I, as your queen, I come to tell you what to do when that time comes. Take a piece of paper, start writing down all the labor of love, all the people you have helped, write down their names and what they've done to you. You don't even need to put in there what they've done to you. All those you have helped but who have fought you, all those you have fed just for them to use that energy you just gave them to try to lay you out, to try to take you out, to try to hurt your family, to try to hurt your business, to try to end you. Yeah, write down all the things you did for them. It's very therapeutic, and know that the pay for that is coming straight from the God of the universe, the God of our ancestors, the God that we, the Bantu people, look up to and worship, Nzambe. Okay, my children, this is what our fathers used to do back at home. So you take it and you present it to God. You can put it on your ancestral altar, because if you Afro chosen, you must have an altar by now where you entertain your ancestors, okay? If you don't, please have one set up. This is what you need to do to usher in your blessings, to usher in your overdue pay, because when they spit on your face after you have completed your job, they think they're taking from you. No, they're adding into your karmic bank. And that karmic bank, the equity, is huge. And now it's about to be paid out. And them who've been taking, more is about to be taken from them. Okay? Okay, so we already have covered, how to usher in your payday. Okay, how to activate, your account, because it's due for payment by now. Okay, so this is do that. Write it down, my dear children. All the people you have helped, all the people you have fed, all the people you have, and then they turn around and hurt you. Bring it to the Creator, bring it to remembrance, to the universe. Put it on your ancestral altar. Tell your ancestors, the hearts you have given me have led me to do the work of God, for which I had never been paid for. Petition for me, petition on my behalf, usher my blessings. Anything that was taken or stolen from me, have our soldier raid the thief's warehouse and recover whatever they stole from me. Okay, my children? Now, when you follow me to Patreon, I'm going to show you how to activate your boomerang. Yes, because we live among witches and warlocks. Okay? Just as you, our Afro royals, are awakening, the forces our forefathers fought back at home are awakening too. So it's round 2, my children. So follow me on Patreon. I'm going to show you how to activate your boomerang. Okay? So whatever they send, it goes right back. Follow me, let's go. Royals only, peasants stay behind.